Hello my creatives and welcome to another video. So today I want to create a tag booklet with you with a window in it. So a windowed tag booklet. I am going to use lots of collage materials and this sticker book from Pep & Press. Don't worry if you don't have this. You don't have to use this sticker book, but I will share with you my inspiration where I got it from, because this idea started with the sticker. So I have this book. Then I also have collected some scraps in a red orangey color scheme. Then I have a book page that is still attached to each other. This is a important part, but you can also take an A4 sheet and fold it double, or tape them together. It doesn't really matter, but I have a lot of books, so I'm using this as my base, and also it's already very nice looking. Then I also have a sheet of paper that I will use later on to collage on, but yeah, you will see why we have this later. So let's start. I will put that aside. Just stay there, please. Let's start with the collage and the windowed part. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to create a tag shape out of this, but I also want to have a window. And because this book has circle stickers, and I thought they would look super cool in a window or in a plastic window. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a circle on this side. I use a die as a template, but you can use a cup or anything. But I made sure that my circle was big enough for this to fit on. And then I will add plastic or acetate later on. But first, very important is to position your circle where you want to have your circle. And I think I want mine around here, I guess. I don't know if it's the middle. I'm going to eyeball it. I think it's good enough. So I am marking this already because it would be a shame if I would do beautiful collage inside this circle. When I'm going to cut it out once I am done. So marking the circle. So this will be removed later on. Only in the front, not in the back one. So what we are going to do now, we're also going to cut it in a tag shape later on. Because what we are going to do now is just create a collage on here, like a masterboard. And my color scheme is inspired by this sticker. So that is why I picked the scraps that I picked. I have just regular book pages and neutrals, but I also have this pattern. I have grabbed this magazine sheet and mainly red and orange kind of scraps or images from my stash that I would like to use for this this collage. Also some neutral ones. I'm in doubt of these. Yeah, so first what you're going to do now is collage, and you can do this however you want. If you do want to make rectangles, you make rectangles. If you just want to, tear and stick, you tear and stick. I will grab this glue stick. Oh, maybe it's done after this project. That would be great. Yeah, I'm grabbing this glue stick and I'm just going to collage. I make sure that I stick pieces of paper because I use this book page. This is a weak spot, so I make sure to stick images over the spine part and fold it back later on itself. So yeah, now we just make a collage and let's have a little chat. So the last video I uploaded, I talked to you about my mental health. It's funny because when I'm filming this, by the way, I haven't uploaded anything yet, so you you don't even know, because you are 2 weeks behind in reality. But it's working for me, so it's very nice. But I know that I'm going to upload that before. So the last video that I uploaded, I shared that I was going to get medication, or wanted to get medication by my doctor, and that I was maybe, and then I had a whole chat about that there's nothing wrong with taking medication, and that you should take care of yourself, and that, you know, it's not a cure and all the jazz. So if you want to check that video out, it is called Craft and Chat Masterboard, or Mental Health and Masterboard. So go check that out. But yes, I got my medication. It was really, really nice, because I called the assistant, and well, she would, you know, discuss it with the doctor. But she said, maybe you have to come over for us. Maybe he wants to see you. I was like, yeah, I understand that he maybe wants to see me. So there was no problem. But then, lucky me, I didn't have to come because, and then you may frown upon that a little bit, but let me explain. I have a very big history with mental health, and I've had this medication in the past, and I never ask for medication. So when I do, it's probably bad. So yeah, so it was nice that I could pick them up the same day. I was very grateful for that. And I've been on them now. This is day 3, I think. And I respond very well to medication. So I have some side effects, and I am a bit loopy. So if I lose my words or forget what I was actually doing or talking about, you know why. Because yeah, I very strongly respond to medication, which is also nice because I always have minimum dosage of things. I'm just going to tear this and use it. Yeah. So that's good. I do feel already a little bit of, how do you say that? Like I feel a little bit more peaceful inside. Of course, this does not fix anything about my depression, because I still have to do the work. But it is nice that the harsh part of it is going to take off a little bit. I am very tired, of course, and not feeling so amazing. But still, we're getting there. So I'm very happy I got it, and now I am doing a bit better. But the downside of it all is that I can barely concentrate. I can't really think. I forget within 5 minutes what I did. And I have an exam coming next week. So yeah. But maybe I will just redo that. I know. I mean, if it's not working out, then it's not working out. Because I just can't keep the information inside my brain, right? But I feel a little bit better, but just a little bit loopy. So that's good. Then I also was able to go to the thrift store today again, because of you guys who supported, who got the paper packs on Ko-fi. Yes, so I'm super grateful, and the donations, and I mean I even got just donations. Thank you so much. It's crazy. So I could go to the thrift store today. Yay! I'm in doubt about this one. I don't know. So that made me super excited. And it was a very nice kind of retreat for me. Just go out. I had to go to the doctor to get my birth control shot. So yeah, I had a nice morning, and then I had to chill out the rest of the day because, well, I'm extremely tired and everything takes up a lot of energy. But like I said, with the medication, I can take it a lot better. So I'm very happy that that is happening. And then this afternoon I went to the hairdresser because it was time to cut my hair. And I have this amazing hairdresser. She's just a normal person. It's like you're going to your friend. And so she doesn't care that I show up in my sweats and without any makeup or anything because I feel depressed. I come to her, I've been with her since I was 14. And now I'm 30, so she's doing my hair for a while now. Yeah, so I like to go to her. So that was okay. And then when we came back, I decided I wanted to spend a little time with you and make this project. Because I already made one of these and it turned out so cool. So I wanted to share that idea with you. So that's my day. I decided that because of the multiple appointments, learning was not going to happen today. So I will try again tomorrow. And it's a bit of a shame because it is one of the worst exams this year. That is tomorrow. The one from the first period and the one now are the worst. So on the other hand, I have a lot of experience with healthcare, mental health care here in the Netherlands and the rules and everything. But still, they sometimes ask oddly specific things, of course. So yeah, maybe here. So yeah, we will see. I have until Wednesday next week to study. And otherwise, I will not be harsh on myself. I mean, I have a depression. The fact that I even go to school still is an accomplishment. Ooh, do I like this? It's a square. I don't want a square. I'm not feeling squarey today. Okay, maybe some other papers. I want to have this. And it's a bit too white. It's a bit too white. Maybe more of this. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Oh yeah, so I also went thrifting. Like I said, again, sorry. There are a lot of thrift store videos coming. I know, I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed them. But I also went and I thought, well, maybe I can create some other things. I was thinking about maybe some library pockets or something, or to put up. Maybe some other book page bundles. I still have one left of today, so I don't know when this video grows up. I don't know. Check it out. So you can go to my Ko-fi through the link in the description box. Oh yeah, I also created a new digital. It will not be up, I guess. Maybe it will be up. I think I will just put it up and then I will create a video whenever. So I made a new digital, 2 new digitals even. I made one inspired by William Morris. I had this big brain fart. This is what I mean with my me forgetting, because then randomly I forget what I was talking about. Yeah, so I created a kit inspired by William Morris. And I have a basics background kit. So when you print digitals, you can print on the back the basics and then you have a nice front and back. So I have this very cool idea that I want to create with you with that kit. I want to create some kind of a journal together with you. But I was thinking, I was also watching Nick the Booksmith just again. And I thought maybe it's cool if I would create some sort of a lapbook. I have never created a lapbook before. So I think that's a little bit of a nerve-wracking project maybe. But I don't know, it also excites me that I would create something that I have never created before. So yeah, maybe something like that. Then we also have the altered book, of course, that we are creating together, which I also have a very cool idea for the front. Do I want to have this? So now I will take my sticker and I will see, do I feel it? I think it needs a little bit more orangey, yellowy. Does it need something like this? Maybe something like this. Yes, I think it needs something more like this to balance it out a little bit. Yes. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Now, what I will do is I will continue this on here, create my collage. I will completely fill up every spot except for this circle. I will overlap it here simply because I am going to cut out the circle, but I would like to have a nice edge, right? So that is why I'm overlapping that line, but now I still know where I wanted to have my circle. I will be back, but when I am back, I will also have created a masterboard on this piece with the exact same scraps as I had on this one, or try to create something similar, because we are going to need more of these parts for on the inside. So I will do that. I think you have seen enough about what the idea of this is, and I have chatted enough, I guess. And then we will continue our project once I have collaged everything. Okay, so I collaged on my book page, which will be the actual booklet, and then I created this masterboard collage to use for elements in this booklet, because we are of course not just going to fold the booklet, we are going to do some extra things. Okay, first of all, grab your circle template. If you didn't have a die like I used, just use a pot or coffee cup or whatever you want. I will take a sip of my coffee. And now I'm going to retrace my circle where I wanted to cut out my window. So I'm grabbing my pencil. I see I left a little line pencil mark here and here, so that is how I know where I wanted it. That's the beauty if you use book pages. You don't have to cover up everything completely, because what is underneath is already beautiful. So that is what I want to cut out, and then let's also fold it in half to see if I stuck everything down properly. As you can see, I did not. And then take a bone folder. Where have I left that? How is it possible that I always lose everything? Even when I just saw it. Okay, no bone folder. Then I will take the back of my scissors. Oh, these thin hole scissors are too squishy. Yes, found it. Okay, so I'm going to attach this with this glue stick. It's still not done yet. This is also pretty thick paper. This was from an art project from my former education. I still had scraps left, of course I kept them. Now they make very great collage pieces. I made this paper with acrylic paint. Okay, then what we are going to do is we are going to cut the corners. Let's see, am I going to use this as a template? No, that's too small. Okay. Scissors. Let's see. About this. Snip. Then you take one of these pieces. I take this one because then I know exactly how it looks. And then we are also going to cut that, use it as a template and cut it on the other side. Snip. Yes. Okay, great. Now we have our tag shape and we have our circle. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to cut out my circle. I have found I can do that best with this pair of scissors. So I am just going to start to cut the circle, and then when I get on this line I move the paper, not the scissors. So it doesn't really matter if you see still a bit of the pencil marks, because I'm going to ink and then you will not see it anymore. Otherwise, feel free to erase them. Okay, so then we have this part. Now comes in a crucial other part, and that is with the other collage. I left it here. I want to create a tag on the inside because I'm going to create this window. I am going to do that with this plastic, but of course this is super ugly, so I want to cover that up. That means that I need a little tag shape on the inside, and I am going to create that with this one, I think, here. But I make it just a little bit shorter than the outside, because I like that. So then I need to cut out about there. So how am I going to do this? Does it fit in my little guillotine? No, you don't. I'm going to cut it with a knife and a ruler. Ruler, where are you? Okay, I can do this using the graph. Line the mark up. Okay, that's straight. That is straight. And I need to have the metal edge, lining that up with that one and that one, and then this should be straight, or at least straight enough. Okay. Then on the other side, lining that up as well. Yes, and then where's my little mark? Oh. Here. And then I should have checked. Okay, don't throw these away. We need these. Now, let's see, did I do it right? Yes, I did. Now, I can give you measurements, but to be honest, every book page has a different size. So you can create this with every book page, but a lot of times I don't work with measurements. I just go with what I have, and I try to figure out what would look nice in. I think I prefer that. I figure out what looks nice in balance with sizes, so I don't really... Isn't it funny? It's almost the same angle, but the other one looks a lot more crooked. So yeah, I don't worry much about proper sizes, but just take a book page. Okay, then we have this, but now, of course, there is no circle in here, so there's no window. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to paper clip this onto, or with a bulk tag clip, doesn't really matter, on how I want to position this. Turn it over. And now I'm going to trace this circle. Oh no! Don't do that! Don't put your pencil all over your collage work. Okay, wait. Is it still straight? No, it's not. This. Trace my circle. I do it this way because I don't know if my circle is properly in the middle. And this way I know that these two will kinda line up. And that is the most important part, that they kinda line up. Okay, then next I am going to cut out this circle. And then I will do that. I do that the same way. So cutting, moving the paper, not the scissors. Okay. So now we have this, and this fits. And there's a piece sticking out. Now we have our windowed tag. I'm going to do something super cool here. I will share that with you. But first, let's focus on this part. Now we need a window here. Because we don't need to have this as a template anymore. But before we do that, I want to ink. This is optional. I like inking. So I'm going to ink, and I think I am going to use walnut stain. Or am I going to use ground espresso? No, I'm going for walnut stain. And I'm going to ink up everything. The sides of this collaged piece and also the circle insides. And when I did that, I will be back with you. I have inked everything. I also inked the circles both on the inside because maybe you see a little bit because they don't line up perfectly. So yeah, now it is time to create the window part, and I'm going to do that with this plastic. So I'm just going to cut out a piece that is big enough so I can glue it on here. Okay. I am going to take Nuvo glue, but you can take whatever glue you like, as long as it is a bit strong. So I'm adding my glue to the acetate. Now I don't need a lot of glue because I am going to sew, which is completely optional. You don't have to sew, but I am going to. So I just need a little bit of glue to hold it on its place. But by all means, do whatever you want to do. No. Okay. So, now the window is on. You have a nice window here. And if you are not going to sew, you are now going to attach this on top. And then you have a very nice window here. I'm actually going to sew. So what am I going to sew? I'm going to sew a zigzag stitch all around my panels. And then I'm going to sew in a circle around both. And then with the regular stitch. And once I did that, I will be back with you to show what is the next step. I have sewn everything that I wanted to sew. Of course, a lot of things went wrong with sewing, but that's okay. I am going to attach this to this panel. I hope this project is something you like and that it's not too difficult or anything. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask how something is. I'll gladly answer them when I feel up to answering my comments. I have to say that it's going pretty well. I like this stress-free part about doing YouTube. So yeah. Okay, now we have the panel. I'm going to place that on top. I usually would be with my face all over it, but now I cannot because of the camera. So let's hope this is straight on there, or straight enough. Next, we are going to create what we wanted to have inside of our window. I told you I was going to use these stickers, but feel free to use whatever you wanted as a circle. And all we're going to do now, so I'm grabbing my sticker, is I am turning this around and I am going to place this in the middle of the circle. I think about here. So this is in here. Oh no, I forgot to distress it. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Okay, I can pull it up a little bit on the sides. Distress your sticker before you put down your sticker. Good enough. That never happened. But now you have on the inside this white space. And the beauty of these stickers is they are just as big. So I decided I wanted to have this wonderful lady on the inside. Now I'm going to distress her up front. Now let's try to position this exactly on top of that circle. Perfect. And now this is our window booklet. Of course, we're not done yet. Because we need to add some pockets and tuck spots on this here. So because you can look through this, I want to create a hidden pocket behind this. So what we're going to do is we need another of the same book page, but a single one. So we take a single one and we have these margins, as you can see. So we are going to fold our book page exactly on these margins. And these will be the flaps on the inside. Then we are going to remove this top part. I'm just going to tear this down. Then we are going to decide how big our pocket will be. And I am going to make it so it just fits under the circle. And I think if I keep it up here, I need it to be about this big, right? Let's see. It's the beauty of looking through it. Yes. So it has to be under this line. So I read this, what it's saying, and I'm folding it up until that line. And of course I also need a bottom gluing flap, so I'm removing that part. So there was no measuring with this as well. It was just how I felt like the pocket would go. So what I am going to do next is I am going to snip off the corners, as we do. Snip, 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 snip. I am going to grab my 1-inch circle punch and I'm going to punch a notch out of the top, trying to eyeball the center. I think about here. Not too big of a notch because otherwise you will see it, but that's also okay. Now I am going to distress the pocket. And what I am going to do next is I am going to sew around my pocket. No, first we can create the other piece. Okay, so this, and then I will do all the sewing at once. We also need a piece down here that will create a pocket. And that will be 3 inches high and 5.5 width. I can grab my guillotine now, right? Let's try this. 5.5. So here and 3 inches. So what am I going to cut off? I'm going to cut off a little bit of the. I want this on the bottom. Yeah, okay. I'm going to cut it off from this side. 3 inches. Cut off a little strippy. So this will be our pocket, but we're not going to keep it like this. We're going to slant it. And I am going to add a mark at, let's see, plastic, go away, I don't need you anymore. The side, Kyra, add 1 inch or 2 inches? No, 1.5. And also on this side, I'm going to mark 1.5. And then I will draw a line between those points. And this will be cut off. So I will take my scissors because I'm pretty good at cutting straight. If you're not, do whatever you want to. And then this will be a pocket here. So these two will go together. Then we need one more thing for this side, and that is I wanted to create a circle that went behind this. So when you open it up, there is something else super cool. So we need to draw a circle. Now I can't draw any circles. So I found that, I believe it was my mug, or it was something else. I have to check. What was it? Where is my other painty buckety thing? Yes, I found that my I found that my paint bucket thingy, if I turn it like this, is about the same size as this sticker. So I use this as a template, and I am going to cut out a circle from this masterboard piece. So I just line it up here and draw this circle. So I'm going to cut this out. Okay, so I have cut these and I have this. Now I'm going to ink these as well, and then I will sew everything what I want to sew, and then I will be back. Of course, the sewing again is completely optional. You don't need to sew, but I like the look of the sewing. So that is what I am going to do, and when we are back, I will show you the next step. It is time to assemble everything because I have sewn all the pieces that I wanted to sew. Now the most difficult part is this one, because it has to line up. But before we do that, I want to do something else. I want to do some stenciling. I have this flourish stencil that I would like to use, and I'm going to use that on the sides of this tag to, well, you know, give it a little bit of extra, so it doesn't look so plain. Let's see, so over there, then on this side we need some stenciling, and we need some here in the middle and some here on this side. I think this is enough. This one goes here, and then this one goes here. Maybe we need a little bit more here. Okay, let's assemble. So this one needs to go on top, and now I'm going to figure out where to place our pocket so I can see properly when I turn it like this, otherwise you will see my head. Now you will probably see a little bit of the stitching. I don't mind that because it's not as distracting, but I think if it is placed here on this line, wait, then you'll probably, so I picked this line and that's my reference, so I'm going to stick this pocket there. So I'm just going to take my glue. I like to use glue for this because I have a little bit of wiggle room. I'm not a big fan of double-sided tape, because when you work with double-sided tape it is stuck down. Now sometimes you want to have that, but I like to have, when I place pockets like this, a little bit of wiggle room. Here we see the word I kept in mind. It is jongens, which means boys. And now I can stick my pocket here. Then this pocket will go here. So I will also stick that one down. And I'm just going to glue this on two sides, so it is a little bit more flexible. Let's add the pocket here. Yes. Now we have our wonderful circle, and I want to use that as an embellishment on this pocket, but I also want to add another lady. So let's go in this book and pick one of the ladies. We have some very beautiful ones here. I think I would like to add her maybe, or go for her. So I am going to fussy cut her out of this label because, well, I don't have to use stickers the way they say I have to use them, right? Can use them however I want to use them. So, and I think she would look great here. Does she? Or maybe like this. Yes. I like her here. So now I'm going to cut around the bottom. So this is also a circle now. And add a bit more ink. And now you never would have guessed that she was a big label sticker. And now I want to place her exactly under this circle so you can't see. And I think if I place her here, then it is exactly under the circle. So let's grab some glue. And why glue? Because then I have the wiggle room. I think it was around here. So let's be a bit quick. A little bit more to the side. Yes, okay, perfect. So now we have a nice embellishment. Next, I also want to add a little coin envelope here as a pocket, but or a tuck spot, however you want it. But it's a little bit, well, plain as is, and I want to do some stamping. So I'm going to grab my Tim Holtz stamps. So let's do some stamping. So I want to stamp on here, but I also want to stamp here. So I want to have this one here. Then this one here. This one here. Then I want to have this one on the envelope. This one and this one. Okay, I'm going to grab my ink and stamping block. Let's do some stamping. I don't know what it is with this look, but once I add the stamping, everything changes. I love it so much more once I add the stamping. It gives just such a finishing look, don't you think? I don't know. Just, it's gorgeous. I love it. Okay, I'll turn it around. I'm going to stamp this one a little bit more to the top. Here. Perfect. Then I want to have the shipment collect. I'm going to add that here. Yes, I like that. And then I am going to stamp on this little tiny envelope. I love these envelopes. I got them thrifting. So happy with those. So let's use the collect stamp. So I'm going to stamp this about here. Yes, perfect. And then I am going to stamp this one on the flap. And this one on top. Okay, super happy. We're not done stamping, but this is for now all we do, because then I can ink this up and add it to the tag booklet as a pocket or a tuck spot. We will add a few more embellishments, and I will share with you what I will do to the front. And of course I will also share the first one that I made. That's why this decision making was so fast, by the way. Because I have one here next to me that I could see as an example. So this will go here. Now I am also going to adhere this on 3 sides. Some glue. Now this is also stuck down. I hope straight, or straight enough. So this can also be used as a tuck, and you can put something inside, but I think this is still a little bit plain. So I would like to add some other embellishments. So for you it's a second later, for me it's a couple of days later, and I prepared all of the next steps, and I prepared all the goodies that I wanted to put in. So I'm just going to walk you through that we left off with the stamping. Also, if I sound a little bit drowsy, I'm extremely tired, so please forgive me for that, but I will try to make this as swift and easy as possible. Okay, so we left off with the stamping, and I wanted to add a few stamps to this and some other embellishments, some Tracy Fox labels. I also stamped this on vellum and sewn around it. I absolutely adore the look. I am hooked. I also did that with the person's name, which I hope you cannot read through it. I tried my best. And I'm going to add this on front. I don't know if you can read it through it. On the camera I can't see. I try to cover it up. Yeah, so let's just stick these down. Also grab a few labels from Tracy Fox. Yes, glue stick. So yeah, I have a exam coming in a couple of days, but with a depression, learning is not really a thing. I mean, I try to learn, but really it comes down to me reading a synopsis from somebody else. And that is already too much, so we will see how that will go in a couple of days, but I'm cool with it. I'm doing the best I can, and if that is not enough, then I will retry the test. So stick that there. Then I want to have, and it's also a very theoretical, difficult one this time, so yeah. It is what it is, right? But it makes me extremely tired to try and, you know, get that information inside my brain. It's about the history of social work, and it's and law, and you know, it's very dry and difficult wording kind of stuff. I can't visualize anything with it. So yeah, we will see. So that is why it took me a couple of days to actually come back to creating for you guys. Okay, time for some labels. I still have to learn though, but I talked with Oots. I was just laying in bed because I'm so extremely tired. He said you have to do something. And I said, yes, you are completely right, because this is no longer healthy for me. But it's very difficult at this time to do healthy things. And I know that they're healthy. But you know, it also takes a lot of willpower, which I don't have because I already put that in reading the synopsis of the books that I have to learn. But oh well. I just hope I will make it through. Yeah, I want a label over there, and then I want to have... do I want to have this? I guess I do. And then I want to have a small, tiny one over there. Let's do some swift decision making. Because I also have a few things to make with you before this booklet is ready. And also I'm thinking about a closure, but I'm not quite sure yet on what kind of closure. I'm now, by the way, looking for a very small, tiny little label. Oh yes, perfect. Because maybe I just want to do some twine. I don't know. I can't tell you, it has to go international, so let's see. Okay, this is the inside ready for now, or at least the crafting. I will add the goodies in a bit. Then I will add to the front the name of the recipient and the high, and I would like to add a little bit of this cheesecloth underneath to give it a bit more texture. It was really a thing to figure out what I wanted to do because this is quite a busy background. I didn't want to take away from the beautiful ladies, so I had to figure out what I wanted to do, and then I found it. And how I am going to attach this, I like things to still be a little bit loose. So let's see. I am going to put it on, I guess like this. I already put tape on these two sides. Yeah. So, going to grab some double-sided tape, taking this up, adding tape. Oh no, oh no. I had such a good placement for it. Oh well. Put this on, because really, who wants to glue this down with anything? It's impossible. And then just a little bit of tape here, just so that it stays on in a position that I prefer. Because now, next up, what we are going to do is stick this on also with double-sided tape, just like this. And that is the front cover, and I like that this is a little bit moving, and you know. But I will put this on, or put the tape, take the tape off camera, because I try my best to not show the name. Perfect. Not going to touch it anymore. This is it. So that is for the front cover. I don't even know if this person is still watching my videos, but I don't really care. I have to check if they live still on the same address. We'll send her a message. Then there is only one side left for us to decorate, and that is this side. And I want to create a coin envelope, which is also a pocket, with this vellum. So I'm going to do that, and this is already a piece cut down to size. It doesn't really matter what the size is, as long as it will fit on your tag. So just going to fold this in, so now I'm sure that it will fit. And this is just like the tutorial I did on the big coin envelopes. It has the same principle. I just love it. It's such an easy way because, as you can see, I can make this as big as I want. So yeah, which is perfect. I'm going to tear off a piece here because it's a little bit too long for my taste, but I will leave quite a bit. So put that in my scrap box. Now let's open her up, and I am going to do the little cuts, cutting these pieces away. So you have a very nice custom made envelope, and I think it's great to have vellum, something a little bit different. I am going to put my letter in this envelope for the recipient. And of course we're also going to decorate it a little bit more. Is about right? Yeah, I guess so. Once it's on, I'm in doubt, should I slant it a little? Yeah, maybe just a little bit. So the recipient can take out the letter a little bit better. Mind that everything you do will be seen because it is a vellum envelope. Okay, now it is time for some glue. So I have found out that I prefer double-sided tape in this case. So I am going to use double-sided tape because vellum can be very tricky and it can lump and bump when you put something liquid on it. That was the word, liquid. So I will just use some double-sided tape. Also, you don't need a lot because it's just going on the back of a tag booklet. So that's that. Now we want to turn it into a pocket. So we need to put double-sided tape on 3 sides. So it will be a pocket, and I can stick some bigger goodies on the back. Once you did that, let's place our envelope. Oh, there's a little bit of double-sided tape that is sticking out. If you hear any scratching, that is Link on my door. He's not allowed inside because he can't behave. He ruins my craft room, possibly because I have too much stuff in here. But really, he terrorizes the whole place. So if you hear any sad meowing or scratching, that is Link trying to get inside. Okay, now let's do some decorating. So I want to have another beautiful lady here. I think I want to have her because I think she looks fabulous. But I don't want her to have a straight edge. I want to, you know, create a bit of depth. So I'm just going to cut off a side, and I am inking up the edges, adding her here. Love her. Now we need a bigger label, this one, and a stamp. I think I want to have a red one. Yes. And then, let's see, first stick this on. So we have our label, our stamp, about here. Link is always acting like he doesn't get any attention, but really since I'm depressed, we've been in bed so many times. Then of course I want to add my own sticker because I'm sending this out. And now it's time for some stamping. So I would like to add 3 stamps. I would like to add a number here. And I want to add this one here and this one here. My small stamp block, I don't know, I lost it again. Oh, here. I will close my glue. There was this one day I got a new glue stick. I was so excited, I loved it. And then I walked out of the craft room and I totally forgot to close up that glue stick. So it turned out when I came back a couple of days later that it was completely dried out, of course. And I was so sad because I blame myself so much. But to be honest, ladies, I have ADHD. That these things don't happen all the time to me is like a big miracle. I think sometimes I'm so lucky that I can even kind of function. Okay, so I'm going to add this and then I probably have to be in camera a bit or not, can I? Okay, I can, I guess. It's so difficult to stamp straight from this angle. Now, I have stamped this and what I wanted to do is I want to add my letter inside here. But I have created some goodies to add in the big pocket. So I made a tag from the masterboard we made. So the recipient has some for himself. And I have a vintage postcard, which is actually not vintage, but it has a vintage illustration on it. And those go in the back. And then when I have written my letter, I will add that in here. So that will be inside. Okay, so I called Oots if you wanted to take Link downstairs because I think it got a little bit bad. So let's go to the inside and add some goodies. I have created for this pocket this file scrap folder with 10 scraps inside. You can see how you can create this because I already did a tutorial on it. 2 beautiful ladies. I thought they would look cool with this meal. So they will also go inside this pocket here. Then I have a washi sample and a tag that I want to add in this coin envelope. So this tag barely fits. And the washi sample. So putting that like this. Then I have some more goodies. So I have 3 of these small tags that I'm going to add here. I have a few of these label sheets. I believe I got all of these from Your Creative Studio, I think. And I thought they would also look cool inside this meal. So I add those here. If I close everything up, it will, you know, be flat. Then on this side I'm going to add 3 of these coin envelopes. Because I love them and I have a bunch of them, so I want to spread the love. Let's see. Oh yes, perfect. Then I have 2 of these kinds of labels. I also think I got from your creative studio. So I'm going to add these in here. Then I have a few of these lady circle stickers, and I picked red ones because I think they look great. I have some vellum sheets, which I'm also going to add on this side. And then finally I have some of these small labels in red, which I think look also super cool. So then that is this mail. Now to the end result. This is the mail we created, or the tag booklet we created. I'm going to send it out as mail. This is how it looks. Am I in frame? Yes, I am. And this is the back side. Then I also created another one. So this was the first one I created like this, which I also absolutely adored. But it's so cool because they look so completely different, but still are the same. So I will also send out this very, very soon. So I have these 2. I'm going to make, of course, coordinating envelopes, but you don't have to see me do that in this video because I wanted to make this window tag booklet with you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!